Andrew, hello. What you've asked me about is we're doing Bonham again, but the bare hands, just doing hands. Okay, so that's fine. Now, what goes on with that is that, of course, you just do that and all that business. One of the great ones with that, there's a clip out there with Papa Joe Jones, and he just flicks. Go check it out, it's brilliant. And the other drummer who's great at that was Oscar Peterson's drummer for many, many years, Ed Thigpen. He's also fantastic with brush work. Is Ed Thigpen. Love his work with Oscar Peterson. And there's that. Now, what you're actually asking me about is what are the purposes and all that. Now, I'm busy talking about Clyde Stubblefield and the funky beat, but I don't think I can really get away with just doing Clyde Stubblefield without mentioning Bernhard Purdy, right? Because with Bernhard Purdy, he's got this wonderful 16th note groove as well. So it's like... And one of the things that I gleaned from what he does is he uses these when he's doing the rim click, he calls it cross stick, which is fine, but he uses his fingers, so it might be, he just, that kind of thing there. Now, if I'm going to talk about that, what happens, I'll put it up here for you, so it's like boom. So it becomes like a Bonham 16th note triplet, right? It comes out like... comes out like that, you see? And it's brilliant. Bernhard Purdy. The hi-hat. God, he's brilliant too. You could hear him play that groove all day long, that kind of thing. Now I'm going to take it a step further, because what happens is, Andrew, you've asked me not so much play the Bonham hand part of his drum solo. What other applications do you have? Well, what I've done, there's my little LP portable conga I've had for many, many years, And what happens is now I'm going to reference a brilliant drummer by the name of Alex Ikuyo. There it is. And then you can do the same thing. See, you can see my fingers. There it is there, you see? So, wonderful stuff. I first saw Alex Ikuyo do that many, many years ago. He had before these were invented, Giovanni Hidalgo portable congas, but he had the proper conga, so he was playing it like up there, because up it went, sort of thing. So there's that there. Now that goes back to almost like funky drummer, right? Boom, boom, there it is there. Now, Joe Morello, Matt Morgan, there you are. Hands, he was doing that as well. So, but what happens is I'm going to join Joe Morello. He was doing that with the Take 5 solo at Hugh Hefner's Playboy After Dark show, all of that sort of biz, and he was doing that. But what I'd like to talk about a little bit there is the fact that Joe Morello, I've already mentioned him, but he talks about, well, he's famous for 5/4, right? Boom, bum, bum, boom, bum, 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 bum. And the solo that you sent me, Matt, is him doing a solo in 5/4 with his hands, doing everything that I've already talked about a little bit. But what I'd like to do is reference that going back to Virgil Donati, okay? Because Virgil Donati is very famous for his polyrhythmic style, polymeters and all this sort of stuff, quintuplets, or you name it, he's done it. I mean, wow, you know, that kind of thing. But what I'd like to do is actually sort of reference that a little bit with Joe Morello in the same breath. That seems like a bit of a stretch to bring the two together. On the face of it, you think, well, there's Joe Morello and there's Virgil Donati, both brilliant, but how do you join them up? Well, I'll give it a crack. What happens is that if you're going to do like a polymetric thing, like I could just do a jazz rhythm. My hi-hat's still in 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Or if you really want to be specific, it's 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 5, but I'm playing it in 2, you see. So there's that kind of thing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, so you've got 5/4, but you're sort of implying it over the top of 4/4. You see, so it's a polymeter. You see, that's what goes on. One of the things about when you're doing odd times like that, the odd time will come back every 2 bars, you see. And I'll do it with a rock beat if you like. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, on. So, on, so 1, 2, on, 2, 3, 4, 5, off, 2, 3, 4, 5, on, 2, 3, 4, 5, off, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure if Eddie Cochran, Brad, ever played in 5/4. Gonna bana boom, bada bana bana down down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. I'm looking at the time. I've got 1 minute left. I would like to thank everyone for watching tonight. I hope you got something out of it. I love doing this. Even if I screw up. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit. But I hope you enjoy the spirit of the thing. I just love doing them. And there you go. I'm out of here. I'm going to have a meh. And there you go. So I hope you got something out of it. I'm unplugging, and I will see you on the flip side.